It was a lot of snaps, a lot of plays. They were a really good opponent. They kind of see how they started to fatigue as the game went on, and it really helped us further along the line, really pushing the tempo, going on the ball, getting the play in fast. So I think we all were really exhausted after that game. I mean, that bus ride home, I mean, we were all passed out. It was brutal.
You had a front row seat next to Matt. What did you think about him and the way he handled things?
I remember playing Michigan State as a true freshman. That was my first start, and it was at Lansing, Michigan, and it was a very, very hard environment to play in. And that environment pales in comparison to the environment we were in on Sunday. Matt really held his composure. He played really well. He played beyond his years. He played like a senior. You know, it's hard to be thrown into that situation as a young kid, first snap. I mean, I can't imagine playing guard as a true freshman again, doing that at East Lansing, let alone being a sophomore, snapping the ball, making the calls, and having to worry about so many intangibles, being that young and being that was his first start.
How was the communication process?
It was great. We were really well communicated. There's a few MAs here and there, but that's expected. I mean, if we played, Georgia Southern, or if we played, Alabama the first game you're going to have those little nuances that are going to kind of hinder you, but it's a learning process. The longer the season goes on, the better that communication is, the better the trust is amongst the linemen. So it's just a process.
Matt said you were a big part of that.
Well, I don't know what Matt said, but hopefully it was all good. And we really tried to, it was loud. You couldn't even hear yourself think. So I really tried to take heed of the O-line and make sure that I could hear the call from Will and relay it to the O-line and try to make some mic points for him when his head was between his legs.
The front presented about what you expected.
It was a little bit different. I was expecting to be blocking Settle. I ended up blocking number 8 all game, so I was kind of harping on his film because he's a bigger guy, heavy guy. And then got lined up against number 8, so it was kind of a learning on the run process of trying to analyze how he played the game. I think their D-line is really well coached. We knew that coming into this game. We knew it would be a hard-fought battle, and we just ran out of time. Obviously we could have helped ourselves with field position and penalties on my part and on the whole line's part. We had way too many penalties. That's going to be a big point of emphasis this week. But for the most part, I was pretty pleased for the first game.
You still find that the line as well as the positions are still making the biggest jump between game 1 and 2, or is that just a misnomer?
I'm sorry, what?
Does the line still make the biggest jump between game 1 and 2, or is that just kind of an old adage that doesn't?
No, I 100% agree. It's just it's gelling. The more games you play, I mean, this isn't our finished product. Game 12, that's when you'll really see the true form of our O-line taking shape and that gel and that sort of trust and that sort of communication. I think when we play ECU, we're going to be that much better, and then the following game, that much better, and so on and so forth.